The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico Dicabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Isala, Nina, Cosa, Nana Jama, and Yana Faros, Okonana, all the and then saw no one in and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you will not do
but you know what? They would like you to believe that Sabotage is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Son of the Winner, Isala, Nina, Cosa, Nana Jama, and Yana Faros, Okonana, all the and then saw no one in and you went out of his and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you will not do it.
But you know what? They would like you to believe that Sabotage is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show me. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to you come to Ohadi, you come to Ebeba, you come to Agule, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Niger, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you, one Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax, everything. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport. Refinery. You take oil, from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak to you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspaper to give the world giving the impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working. You are marginalized. You are being discriminated discriminated against, you're suffering, they're killing you everywhere, and you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I'm subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Activism wrote to President Biden. In it, Activism said, come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. Of David, from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB. you will vindicate your children of Biafra according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God, and you are not upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said,
fighting the struggle to have independence for Biafra?
We are fighting for independence, not fighting physically with guns and bullets. We are fighting in terms of our agitation. We are fighting in terms of our belief. We're fighting in terms of our consistency to ensure that we are free, because we're not free. As a free people, we can afford to make life better for our people. Right now, we can't do that because of how Nigeria is structured and because of the very flawed foundations upon which Nigeria rests.
You called for a referendum latest this year, November, you said, I think.
Yes.
If that doesn't happen, what's the way forward? Because the way it looks like the government will definitely not agree to that.
Then there'll be no elections in Biafra land. No more elections here. They can put whoever they like in office. They can do whatever they like with their political positions. We will not engage in any political process.
You said it's a peaceful struggle, but
Yes.
there are some videos of you appearing in the past, especially abroad, in particular in one conference in the US, where you said you need weapons to defend yourself, you need guns and ammunition. How can we understand that in the context that you're saying it's a peaceful struggle?
I'm sure you've heard about the Fulani headsmen killing people all over the place. Have you heard about it? Of course. Exactly. So how do you intend to defend yourself against Fulani headsmen without guns and bullets? They'll be killing our people, raping our women, destroying crops in the farms, and no one does anything about it. Is that how human beings are supposed to live?
So, and you have the right to arm yourself and defend yourself with arms in that context?
Self-defense is recognized even by all the known laws of the UN. Is that not correct? We have the right. If somebody were to barge into this very interview now wielding a machete or an AK-47, are you suggesting we should let them get away with it?
You were detained for almost 2 years, from 2015 on, and actually there was no trial. No trial ever happened, and despite several court rulings that said you were supposed to be released, you were not released.
Yes.
Do you think you were treated in a fair way by the government? Or rather also by the justice system?
No, not fairly, because Nigeria is not a civilized country. People behave like animals. They are not reasonable enough. They're not disciplined enough. They are not mentally developed enough to run a transparent civil society. For them, they have a feudal mindset where you have the ruling class and, a multitude of poverty-stricken people who never utters any word in rebellion or to even ask questions about their plight. That is one thing we are determined to challenge.
Don't you think you insult a lot of Nigerians with that?
I'm being very kind, to be honest. I could have used far more harsher words to describe them. I'm being very kind.
So generally you don't think very positive of your countrymen then, obviously?
They are not... When you say positive, no, as individuals, perhaps there are a few good people amongst them, but as a collective, this is an absolute mess. And you can see for yourself. You go through the roads and see how horrible they are. Didn't you see how unkept everywhere is? How filthy and dirty everywhere is? That is the product of a Nigerian system that is uniquely backwards, even by the very third world standards of Black Africa. That's the fact, and people must face up to it.
Well, I traveled in the north quite extensively, and I went to very remote areas sometimes where you would still find Igbo people living there, peaceful together with communities in the north. Don't you sometimes think that you might endanger their peaceful coexistence with the communities there, that they might get into trouble with that?
So if they're living so peacefully together, or cohabiting so peacefully as you put it, how come you hear about all those uprisings in the north where southern Christians are being slaughtered and nothing gets done about it? Are you telling me that that is normal? People are in the north out of a dire need, necessity more or less, to try and survive. Because here, the entire production process has been emasculated by people and policies that are geared towards ensuring that our people exist in perpetual state of poverty. And that is unacceptable to us. What we're asking the world to recognize is that we want to live in peace, not in pieces. We want to live in peace, just to allow us to be. Allow Biafra to exist. We were existing before the British came. Just allow us to go back to, what we were before. No African came to Europe to create countries. So for somebody to just come in here and say, you, from today, your name is Nigeria, is simply laughable.
Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are watching from. Welcome to this State of the Nation address today
the 23rd day of June 2022. I have come here today to address Biafrans on some of the stride that the Biafra people have taken in the international community. My fellow Biafrans, we are making progress. The title of this particular State of the Nation address today is putting Biafra in the spotlight. Without wasting any of your time, as we continue to search for lasting peace in Africa, in West Africa, in Sahel region, and by extension, the peace that will also affect positively the international community like the West and America and Asia. We, the Biafra people, must exit Nigeria and form another Israel in Africa for global peace. I made bold to tell our international collaborators today that in order to have lasting peace in Sahel region of West Africa, there is a need for a new nation to emerge, a nation that will continue to play the role of the Israel in the Middle East. To achieve this, we have approached the Parliament of Finland and we have presented our case, the Biafra people. We informed the Parliament of Finland that the leading figure and the symbol of the struggle to restore another Israel in Africa, called Biafra, for the freedom of the Biafra people from Nigeria, in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who was and is still the hope of the oppressed people of Biafra, was kidnapped. And because of his thoughts and advocacy for a better life and a better society, and for the freedom of Biafra people from Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. He was tortured 8 days in Kenya. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu visited Kenya voluntarily. And the Fulani-controlled jihadist government plied him, thereby breaching international law impunity. So we informed the Finnish parliament, as we had a historic meeting on the 22nd day of June 2022. This meeting is going to go down in the history of our freedom. I want to inform the world and the other people who may be joining this particular league to restore one of the most important nations in Africa, or to become. As we speak today, the ethnic cleansing of Christians and the indigenous people in Nigeria by the Fulani jihadist government, and the request to be part of the process of Biafra independence from Nigeria. We have made this request and the Finnish government. We also informed the Finnish parliament and the Finnish government the systematic prosecution and the genocide against Biafra people and Christians by Fulani controlled terrorist and then also official from the Muslim background in the northern Nigeria, as it posed a very serious concern for the entire free world. The Fulani-led federal government is looking for fingers and even sponsoring the violation of human rights and the right of the Igbo Biafrans and other Christians in Nigeria. We also inform them that at no point in time has Nigeria experienced peace in a united so-called Nigeria and built a common future. There has never been any time such thing existed in Nigeria. It has become imperative that this particular message and awareness is being taken among the Committee of Nations. The so-called Nigeria has been a failed attempt from the beginning. We also informed what I would say has become our international collaborators. Politics and crime across the country called Nigeria has only worsened over decades. The people of Biafra want to renounce this particular establish and then also establish a free democracy with freedom of enterprise, religious tolerance for all, and a directly elected parliament of an independent judiciary, conscript, and a system that respect and observance of human rights. We made our presentation to the authorities and they were interested. And people are saying I should refresh, which we are going to do. With multiple attack. By the distraction coming from the enemies. I want to inform Biafra people today that we also informed the Finnish parliament and the Finnish government that adopt and ratify every international law. And we started by the United Nations Convention on Human Rights, the Convention on the Right of the Child, and the CRC will be among the first international agreement to be ratified by the Biafra people. Indeed, our demand is to draw the attention of the free world to the Biafra aspiration for independence and the path to an independent state. It has put Biafra in the spotlight in Finnish parliament. And I am very, very optimistic that the Finnish government will once again be part of this history of Biafra independence, just like they did during the Namibia during the Namibia quest for Finland almost what led to Namibia independence. And today, Namibia have enjoyed what freedom has to offer. The credit of that goes to the former and the ex-president of Finland in the name of Ahtisaari. It was part of what made him won the Nobel Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize. We know that the current government of Finland and the parliament have showed very big interest to know more about what is going on in Nigeria, because the Nigerian government has tried to cage the people, indigenous people in Nigeria, and always use the media to propagate their evil. Today, I want to inform Biafrans that we have broken the jinx. I also cannot help but compare the situation in the Middle East with the crisis between the Israel and the Palestine. You all could remember that the president of Nigeria, each time he goes to the UN General Assembly, he has advocated for the independent state of Palestine. It is a record. If you compare the size of Israel with Biafra and the rest of Nigeria with Palestine, you will be amazed, as is the population of these regions. If Biafra crisis had received at least a third of its attention and the support of the state and their head of state to resolve the situation in the Middle East, Biafra would have probably already been an independent state. That is what we are doing today. The quest for Biafra freedom have now entered a multi-dimensional phase and approach. On behalf of the Biafra people, as their recognized representative and spokesman, in the part of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I, Simon Ekpa, and other Biafra people on the Finnish parliament and the government to tackle the issue of Biafra crisis as a matter of urgency, as a humanitarian crisis duty to prevent that genocide against Biafra people. It's clear that in Europe is limited in its influence, but we call on Nordic and European Union wide intergovernmental cooperation, the Finland government to be part, and the Finland government specifically to be its primus motor. I cannot help also but point out how fruitful basis Finland would provide for negotiations with the future Biafra state on energy supplies, etc. Biafra do not forget their helpers. The Finlandia anthem is still high in Biafra. Hence, the national anthem of Biafra since the time of the Biafra Civil War with Nigeria. My fellow Biafrans, we have made history. Because we are still at the early stage of this 1,000 miles of journey. Some of the information will remain confidential. I must assure you today Biafra people, that we are going home. We have made history on the 22nd day of June 2022. And the truth that some evil interest prevented for decades will finally be done. And Finland has given the green light and will lead the truth to the world. Without going further and wasting much of your time, my Biafra people, I want to tell you today that the coming months, the coming weeks will be very interesting. Our hopes are very high as we wait for this particular awareness to take a center stage in international community. We assure Biafra people that in months to come, many groundbreaking progresses will be made and we all updated. We must be resolute. We must be serious. I see Biafra very close. This is no longer a dream. It has become reality. God bless Biafra, and may God bless Finland, and may God bless the people of Finland as we wait for this particular sacrifice to be made for us to have a safer society. We inform them that while we are running helter-skelter looking for helper, do not think that we are just fighting for the survival of Biafra people alone. We are also fighting for the West and America. Because if Nigeria is not disintegrated and Biafra emerge, Nigeria will become the biggest threat to the human existence. When they succeed in capturing all the mineral and natural resources in our land, they are going to be sponsoring attack in West. They will sponsor attack in America. They will have unimaginable and unbelievable resources to attack any part of the world. For this to not happen, every nation in Europe and America and Asia, those who want a global peace, must rise up to build a new Israel in Africa. It is time, and the time is now. May God bless you. May God bless the imagining state, independent state of Biafra. God bless you all. Thank you.
Nzogu school was a revolution against your incompetence and your unbridled tribalism. I said it before, maybe some people did not hear me very well. Nzogu school was a revolution. I don't support it. I don't think that you should have gone on to kill those morons from the north that he killed. You should have left them, allowed their own people to tear them to pieces. A popular revolution. Not by way of a coup. I don't believe in coups. I don't believe in it. It was this Janjaweed who brought imbalance and injustice, unfairness into Nigeria's governance with the help of the United Kingdom. Because they see you as their slaves, you are still a colony. you are still niggers to them. After all, that was what they named you, Nigeria. Nigger area. People who are niggers occupying a nigger area. That's your name, Nigeria. That's the meaning of Nigeria. If you don't know. If when they call it Nigeria, it sounds a bit sweet. It sounds a bit okay. Nigger area. That's who you are. You're a nigger. That's your name. French, they call it Niger. Black people in this UG. Lord have mercy upon your souls. He was the Janjaweed that brought in all this garbage into the zoo. And we are going to fight them every inch of the way. We're not going to concede. Not 1 inch. And Umahi, Miyetiala, if you are in any forest in Biafra land, you are gone. We'll meet you there and you will die. Leave our forest alone. The same people that said no, ban on open grazing, have they been able to enforce it? It is actually ESM that is enforcing the ban on open grazing. That is why no cattle should be seen in our forest. We don't want people there. Because it is a plan by the Fulani Janjaweed to make our life an absolute misery. I want to turn to my own fellow Biafrans, those in Bayelsa State. You know, I'm sure by tomorrow now, DSS will give you some money. Maybe, I don't know if it's, I think now what they give is, I don't know if it's 400,000 naira. For you to get a group of people, share you 400,000 naira to present your face as maybe one group or solidarity advocacy group of Bayelsa. I want to ask Edwin Clark this very evening. He's an old man, so he knows. He was a traitor, a frontline traitor during the war. All of you that betrayed Biafra, where are you today? Edwin Clark, I'm asking you, where are you today? And I don't want to talk about Onogen, the man that they removed, and none of you did anything about it. But you're from the so-called South-South, you're Niger Delta, or South-South-South, or South-South-South-South-South. I don't know where the South will stop. Because in geography, there is nothing, in no cardinal point is South-South. I want to ask you this evening. There is a man called Moses Jitobo from Bayelsa State. He was meant to be the next IG of police. He's the one who's supposed to be there now. 2 months ago, when Adamu's tenure was over, they played a game and prolonged his tenure to another 3 months. He came to talk rubbish, you know, and they sacked him. This man he's a young man because I'm older than him. He's only 52 years old. He should have been the IG of police. His name is Moses Jitobo from Bayelsa State. They retired him at the age of 52 instead of making him the IG of police. And now what they did, they went for a 57-year-old northern Fulani Muslim to make him the acting IG of police. And I have not heard anybody crying from Bayelsa of marginalization. I have not heard any of them come to lament or protest about domination. The oil in our land, the oil that you have in the land of Bayelsa, 80% of it belongs to the north. The other 19.5% belongs to Yoruba. Only 0.5% belongs to 1 or 2 people from the east. Nobody is dominating you. Do you see how clever the Fulanis are, how they play this very game? Fulani, they don't have any issues. All they need to do is to get you hating yourselves. That is all they need to do. Very clever, very brilliant tactics, I'm telling you. Very, very brilliant. All they need to do is to get you to hate yourselves. That is all they need to do. And then they relax and they enjoy the fallout. It was the stupidity of the likes of Edwin Clark that made it possible for them to dismiss Onogen. He wasn't the Chief Justice for long. They made it possible for this man, this young man, Moses Jitobo, to be disgraced out of Abuja at the age of 52. You know, I keep telling them, treachery never pays. DSS will come to us, oh, don't worry, you're not him or you're alone. I accept independence. Because they know that alone you cannot fight them. Do you think they're stupid? It's a simple case of divide and rule. They know if you're... Look at Ogoni. I keep asking every day. Have they cleaned the land of Ogoni? Have they gotten their independence? Have they... has life improved in Ogoni land? The answer is no. But the Fulani will encourage you to assert your Ogoni identity over Biafra. You're not Biafra. Biafra is what binds all of us together. And with the name Biafra, we can fight and be free. All of us. But they tell you, don't support Biafra. You're Ogoni. You are a job. But our brother has been sacked. What did you do? Because you are too small to confront the might of Fulani Janjaweedism. You are too small. You cannot. Only in Biafra can we confront them. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was why I remember the DSS director, again, also from Bayelsa, that they removed. They sacked him. They sacked Unogin. They sacked him. And that oil you're fighting for, what's it called again? Resource control. You can never get it. You can never ever get it. From now till the kingdom come, you can't. Do you know why? Because they cleverly carved you out of Biafra. Once you're out of Biafra, everything you're asking for, everything you're agitating for, you can never get. But the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I welcome every one of you that has connected to this program wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining us from Biafran land, you're joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada. Wherever you are joining us from, I urge you to like and share this program. Do not keep the program to yourself. Every one of us in this program, we are part of the media. It is our responsibility to make sure that everybody is carried along. How do you do that? You do that by sharing information to get across to every other person. You don't just watch alone and sit back. As you are watching, you share the program and invite someone else to share. Very, very important. Once the program resonates with you, share it so that others can get the same message you are getting. This is a very critical time, a very terrible time that we must not allow any information to fall on the ground. So I welcome everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. And for the record purposes, I want to say it again, that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come to this program to attack people or individuals. All we do is to preach the gospel of Biafra and make sure that our voice is being heard. This is something we have signed up for, and we will continue to do it no matter what happens. As long as we still have a platform where we can speak, we will continue to speak. No matter the attack on our platforms, no matter the distractions, the insult, we will continue to say the truth and nothing but the truth. It is a very terrible time where everybody have their truth. But out of all this truth, there is only one truth that stands out. Everybody today come online and they will tell you, I am saying the truth. I am standing for the truth. I am saying the truth. But the truth knows who holds it and where it's standing. And it doesn't matter how you paint it black. It doesn't matter how you pretend, the truth will remain the truth. So what we are here to do is to speak the truth as always. And in our truth, you can always look through. You can verify and find out for yourself. We are speaking about the reality. Each time we talk in this platform, we talk about the reality on the ground, what we can see, what we can feel, what we can read. We are not speaking based on what somebody tells us or what somebody claims. We don't work based on claim, based on promises. No, we work based on what we see with our eyes, based on information that are undeniable, that is very clear for everyone. The young, the old, the adult, women, men. That is what we preach. So I welcome every one of you to this very program. We will continue to do what we have to do as the evil has refused to stop. So our topic today says, breaking Nigerian campaign against Biafra self-determination exposed. Who is sabotaging Biafra? This topic is always similar to things I've been saying this while, and it's very important. The campaign against the Biafra self-determination is growing louder, louder, and louder. And more people are being recruited. More people are being recruited into this campaign against Biafra self-determination. It is something of concern because even the people that call themselves members of IPOB today are equally being recruited. That is why it is disturbing. That is why we need to stay awake without sleeping. That is why we need to increase our effort. Nigerian campaign against Biafra self-determination. We will continue to expose it. We will continue to expose the clear sabotage. We are not here to condemn anybody or talk out of sentiment or out of emotion. No, we don't speak out of emotion. We judge you based on what you say and what you do. So we have come once again. And I welcome everyone that have joined. And I can see Mark Gold there. Thank you, Mark Gold. I see my brother, Gerard DK. Thank you so much, Gerard, for being there all the time. And I can see Ekene. Thank you so much for joining, Ekene. Ututuoma, my brother. Thank you so much, Ekene. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I thank you so much for being around. And every other person that is watching, whether I mention your name or not, you are highly respected and you are highly appreciated. Everyone that have joined, I welcome all of you. And I can see Uche Onyende, my brother Uche Onyende. Thank you so much. Ututuoma, I appreciate you, Uche. Thank you so much. These are people that are seeking for the truth. And it doesn't matter how it sounds. And everybody have their opinion. You might not agree with everything I say. It is all right. There's nothing wrong in that. When you find something I say and you disagree with it, there is something wrong with it. You can just politely state in your own statement and bring in your own argument, and we move on. The most important thing is the purpose for which we gather. There comes in the unity of purpose. But when you ignore that purpose for which we gather, all you do is to attack the same structure that is going to lead you to pursue your own personal interest, envy, and jealousy. Well, we begin to wonder, who are you working for? The Biafran self-determination today is facing the greatest challenge ever. There has never a time we got to this level that we are today. This is a very different level. And in this level, every one of us need to participate to free us from this level where we are. A very dangerous level. A level where your fellow agitator will on camera and begin to destroy every single thing you and he himself have fought for in the past. That is what we are seeing today. People on camera. And all they do is to destroy every single effort we have made from Mazi Nandekamo till Mazi Simon Ekpa. Every one of us know that in this new phase of the Biafra actualization, this new phase where we are, the credit goes to Mazi Nandekamo. He is the one that piloted this new phase where we are today. Our eternal leader started the journey. Our eternal leader did not just wake up one day and declare Biafra. He did not just go. I want everyone to always remember that, when we talk about this Biafra issue, people think that maybe some group of people just wake up and they say they want to be on their own and they are talking and talking and talking. Later they fought a war. That wasn't what happened. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojukwu, in fact, was a one Nigerianist. A hardcore one Nigerianist. So I want people to always think, when you see the kind of battle we are putting forward today, so many of us, we are once in point in time thought that Nigeria can be salvaged. So many of us, we are part of the one Nigeria. Our eternal leader was a hardcore one Nigeria, Dim Odumegojukwu. In fact, when the first revolution happened in Nigeria by Zobo, our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojukwu, was part of those that stopped that revolution. He was part of those that stopped the revolution, thinking that he was dealing with a human being, thinking that Nigeria was a creation that can be salvaged. But after he stopped that revolution, what happened? Nigeria went into the pogrom of massacring our people. Nigeria went ahead to massacre the Igbo people. There was a pogrom. And that was during that program, Biafrans, innocent people, children, mothers, were murdered in cold blood. You know, sometimes when you talk about the issue of Biafra, people just cut it from the middle. They ask you, why are you always complaining? Are you the only one? You'll be anytime Biafra. And some idiots today, the most painful thing that some idiots can call themselves Igbos, some of Igbos. Today, they are even blaming our quest for freedom, for whatever is happening in life. They are blaming us for our own calamity. You see, Nigeria is a very dangerous society. A society where the people blame the victim. That's the system of Nigeria. They always blame the victim. They will leave out the oppressor and they will focus on the victim. They will blame the victim for being victimized. Today, I have seen so many idiots come online and they blame the agitation for freedom, for the crisis that's happening in Biafra land. They blame the agitation for the problem of the Igbo people. And I asked them, before the pogrom, was there any agitation? Before the pogrom, were there any agitation? Even though the killing has been there, the destruction has been there, the disease has been there, but before the pogrom, were there any agitation? The answer is no, there was not. Before the pogrom, there was no agitation. Even though the killing have been there from 1945, every one of us were still believing, our parents were still believing they can salvage Nigeria. Until Nigeria went all out to destroy everybody that is from the old southeastern region, more especially the Igbos. And some Igbos today have forgotten the origin of the problem. They jump it and they now come, some of them even come, they blame our eternal leader for the Biafran quest. And ask them, what prompted our eternal leader to go all out to declare Biafra? With the consent of the Biafran people. What prompted our leader to go to that level? There was a pogrom where innocent citizens that doesn't know anything that has to do with the revolution that was gone into by Nigerian young soldiers. Nigerian young soldiers, they want to conduct a revolution to weed out the corrupt politicians, just like you have today. Just like these corrupt politicians you have today. They are stealing right and center. They wanted to take them out. Instead of focusing on those who went on that revolution, they went after all the Igbo people. And the target was to destroy make sure they wipe out the entire Igbos. They went on the mission, destroying lives and property. Pregnant women were murdered. They opened their belly and they brought out the child from the belly and killed the fetus. That was how bad it is. Young children, people that has nothing to do with what happened. And they didn't just stop at that. After murdering them, they will put them in the trailer, and send them to Nigeria, to Biafran land. The cops beheaded people. Pregnant women, their stomach were cut open, their child removed. They were put in truck and sent to Biafran. And I asked those idiots, if you were the one, you saw such kind of a thing, that pogrom, you saw such a thing happen to your people, what will you do? If you were in that position, what will you do? Okay, you will congratulate Nigeria. Or you will say, okay, don't worry, give you a post, just like some of them are doing today. Just like some of those criminals are doing today. And when this thing was too much, our eternal leader did not even go. He didn't go all out to declare the war. He was still calling for calm, asking for solution. He keep on calling for calm. And the North never listened. They continue to take innocent life. He continued to call them on round table to sort this out. They didn't believe. until he went all the way out and take them to Aburi. The discussion was held in Aburi. A meeting was held in Aburi on how to save Biafra. In that meeting, agreement was reached. Agreement was reached for every region to manage their own area and have a central government. That was the agreement. Everybody should be on their own. This same restructuring that people are trying to do, that was what our eternal deep Odubojuku put on the table. And go on agreed in Aburi. Restructuring. Regional government. Every region govern themselves, develop themselves with their resources, and make contribution to the center. Have a central army. Just to make sure that peace is maintained. That's to you how one Nigeria, our eternal leader was. Ojukwu was a one Nigerian. Ojukwu so much believed in Nigeria. He reached that agreement. What did Gowon do? Gowon walked away from agreement. And Ojukwu said, no. You can't continue to kill my people. At the same time, manipulating them. If you do not want to obey the agreement we have reached on how every region will be secured, then I will walk away. Our eternal leader went to meeting with the traditional rulers in Biafra land. They were all consulted because the pogrom was not just against the Igbos, against the old southeastern region. And as long as you are not a Yoruba man, you are not a Northern, they see you as an Igbo. You can continue to deceive yourself, call yourself this and that, give yourself any title. They see you as an Igbo. Everybody from the old southeastern region. And Colonel Effion confirmed that. There are people who were murdered. Mostly, we are not even Igbo. For the mere fact that you're from the old southeastern region, you have been marked, you tagged Igbo, and you are gone. And Ojukwu saw that the only thing to do is to build a buffer to defend his people. Biafra was a child of necessity. Biafra was a child of necessity, which was born to defend the life of its own people. That was how Biafra came about. But today, you see some people, they on camera, they insult our eternal leader. They even blame us. They blame us for what is happening in Nigeria. Now, I'm not talking about Nigerian people. I'm talking about Igbo people. Igbo people, they were on camera. Content creators. They were on camera. And they blame those of us who are asking for freedom for what is happening. They blame us for everything. You see, that is how dangerous it has become. The people that are fighting the battle today for the government are Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans themselves. They're the one at the front line fighting on behalf of the zoo. And you want us to pretend all is all right. We cannot pretend. Never. We can't pretend. The truth must be told. No matter how bitter it is, we must continue to tell the truth. So, my fellow Biafrans, as all this was happening, our eternal leader had no choice than to proclaim Biafra to defend his people. When the war ended, they said no victor, no vanquish, with their trick and lies. And you can still see where we are today. They came back and tell us that we have been defeated. We are conquered people. And they treat us as such. That is why they never allow us to hold any key position in Nigeria. The situation of the zoo is terrible. Very terrible. Wazirike came into the picture. He couldn't handle it. Wazirike came into the picture. He did his best. He did his best, but his best wasn't good enough. In his own time, just like the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, Just like the DOS today attacking Mazen Nani, the same thing was what happened to Wazirike. Wazirike said it. Every of his commander came against him. They turned against him and they were now telling him to hands off, that they have now surrendered. So that is why sometimes when you see people, you don't ask questions before you blame people. I don't even blame Wazirike. Judging with what is happening to Mazen Nani today and Mazen Samaneka, the same people who were supposed to protect them and fight along with them, they are the ones today calling for their head. It takes only the grace of God for you to survive on such circumstances. It takes the grace of God. The people you are fighting for, all of a sudden, they are the one today castigating you and calling you name. It takes only the grace of God for somebody to continue on such kind of mission. Mazen Nani came into the picture. They tried to bribe him and they could not. They tried to stop him, they could not. They tried to kill him, they could not. They continued to blackmail him until they went to Kenya and kidnapped him. Extraordinary rendition him, and today they kept him in detention in Nigeria. And today, the same people he's fighting for are the ones that are in the social media abusing and cursing him. You see how dangerous, how difficult it is to free a black man. Do you now see how difficult it is to free a black man? Because before you will free a black man from captivity, you will first of all fight him. The most difficult race to save. Before you will save a black man, you will first of all fight him. You will fight him. After fighting him, before you will fight his enemy and now deliver him. Before you can save a black man, let this Biafra struggle. To save Biafrans today, you need to fight Biafran people. You fight them, subdue them, then you save them. Do you now understand how difficult it is? That is what Mazen Nani did. Mazen did, and that's the same thing we are doing today. You first of all fight the people. The same people you are trying to save. Defeat them before you now save them. I pray that Chukwu will have mercy on us. We are in a very terrible situation. If you like, continue to pretend about it. There is nothing to pretend about. The truth will always remain the truth. And no matter how bitter it is, we will continue to say it. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching us from, wherever you have connected from, I welcome you once again. On this topic we are discussing today, we are discussing a very serious, sensitive topic. Human rights concern, information warfare, the ongoing debate around self-determination, particularly in relation to Biafra. That is what we are discussing today. And I want you to take your popcorn, tighten your seatbelt, and stay close. Why we dig deep on this? This is not just another conversation. This is about real people, real lives, and real consequences. I want to make something clear from the beginning. This platform stands for truth. This platform stands for accountability. This platform stands for peaceful dialogue. We do not promote violence. We do not promote hate. We promote awareness in this platform. Maybe you don't know. Now you know better. Before we go further, I want you to do 3 things before we go further. Like, share, and drop your comment on the comment section. Very important. Let's see how global conversation is. Because the more people that hear this, the harder it becomes for important conversation to be ignored. This is a very important conversation. It doesn't have to be ignored. That is why you do your part, I do mine. And it for sure be going. To understand what is happening today, we need to understand context. The issue of Biafra is not new. It is rooted in history, identity, and the ongoing conversation about self-determination. Self-determination, as recognized in international discussion, is about people having a voice to their political future. We must have a voice in our political future. But when discussion around identity, governance, and rights become tense, narratives begin to form, and sometimes those narratives conflict. One of the key concerns being raised by many observers and groups is the issue of human rights. The issue of human rights has been on the front line. Human rights are universal. They are not selective. They apply to every individual, regardless of background, belief, or political scheme. Very important. Human rights are universal. They are not selective. They apply to every individual, regardless of background, belief, or political stance. You must know this so that you understand that we are not your enemy. Concerns that often come up in discussion include freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, due process, protection of civilians. These are the concerns that we have that must be addressed to make Biafra great again. And we must make sure that they are addressed. Whenever there are allegations or claim of right being limited, it is important that they are examined carefully, transparently, and responsibly, because accountability is a cornerstone of any functioning society. Now, let's talk about something equally powerful. Information. Information. In today's world, information is no longer just about facts. It is about influence. It's about influence. Different side of any story will present narrative that support their position. This is where it becomes important for all of us, not just government, not just activists, but everybody, people, to think critically. We need to be having critical thinking. Don't leave it to one person. Ask questions. Ask questions. Questions like, who is telling the truth? Who is telling this story? Who is telling this story? What evidence is available? That is the information that is needed. And don't you ever walk away from it. Who is telling the story? What evidence is available? Are there multiple perspectives to the story you had? Because propaganda thrives where critical thinking is absent. That's it today. That's why sometimes they say, oh, Biafrans have sense. But when you check what is happening today, you begin to ask yourself, do Biafrans really have sense as they claim? Do they have sense really as they claim? Because propaganda thrives where critical thinking is absent. And truth becomes clearer when information is examined, not just accepted. We have the internet challenges. In any movement, there are always internal differences. In any movement, there are always internal differences. Differences in opinion do not automatically mean betrayal. Very important, because some of us, when somebody disagrees with you, you call him a terrorist. You call him a saboteur, simply because he disagrees with you. And you know it's a lie. In any movement, there are always internal differences. And we must continue to pay attention. Difference in opinion do not automatically mean betrayal. Sometimes they reflect strategy, perspective, and personal belief. But what is important is how those differences are handled. Constructive dialogue builds movement. Division without understanding weakens the whole of us. Division without understanding weakens the struggle. These are very important notes that you should take. At the end of the day, no matter where you stand on this issue, one thing should remain constant: respect for human life and dignity. Respect for human life and dignity. Very important. Violence does not solve these issues. Silencing people does not solve Nigerian problem. What moves society forward is dialogue, accountability, and responsible leadership, which the zoo can never have. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this topic? I want to hear from you that is watching, you that is observing. What are your thoughts on this topic? We must continue. Also, if you're learning something or this is giving you a new perspective, I urge you to pay attention. Don't allow yourself to be ignored. Like and share the program so that others can join. Very important. And as we are wrapping up, remember, this awareness is powerful. Remember this. Awareness is powerful. Awareness is powerful. That is why you come here, and that is why I urge you to like and share the program. That is why I tell you, never give up. Continue to create awareness in your own way, in your own platform, anytime, any day. Awareness is powerful. But responsible awareness is even more powerful. So it is not just about creating awareness, create a responsible awareness. Just like we do in this platform. The time that we are in now is a very terrible time. A time that they are ready to blackmail you, blackmail me, and everything we stand for. What do we do? Do we fold our hands and pretend all is well? No. Do we fight back? Yes. Don't forget to like and share this program to other people to make sure their own voice is also heard. We cannot keep silent. This is a very terrible time. The enemy have brought the war to us because they think that now that the voice are not here, the voice they are afraid of, the voice of Mazi Nandekan and Mazi Simon Ekpa, they are celebrating, think they have silenced them. But we did here, even if it is only one person that is watching, that one person will share to the second person, and truth can never be hidden. It is not just by the crowd. They know the reason they are attacking our channel. They know the reason they hijacked our channel. We are not the only ones talking about the issue of Biafra. But they know where the truth lies. But the most painful thing that some of the people that are joining this very attack are Biafran, Igbo Biafrans. The people that are castigating Mazi Nandekan today. Calling Mazi Nandekan different kinds of names. Who are they? They are your fellow Biafrans. Yes. They are Biafrans like yourself. They attack Mazi Nandekan. Attack everything he represents. And they don't want us to be heard or seen. And he wants us to keep silent and pretend all is well. We will not be silent. We will never, ever be silent. Our responsibility is to continue to create this awareness and let the world know the evil that is going on in the Zoological Republic. We will continue to expose them. No matter how they try to hide the evil, we will continue to expose it. When Mazi Simon Ekpa spoke, saw what we are, the thing that we are seeing today and we are shouting, Mazi Simon Ekpa saw it long ago. And he began to shout. He began to cry. And he did not only shout and cry, he fought gallantly to make sure that this evil that is happening today did not survive. He fought to make sure that the evil you are seeing today did not survive. But somehow, many were deceived. And today, those who are deceived are confessing. You can imagine the same people that created the chaos in Biafra land are today trying to cover up with Mazi Simon. And just like I said in the other video, if you are looking for the people that are being sponsored by the Nigerian government, it is not difficult to find. It is not difficult to find. We know them. And they are not hiding. But because of wickedness, some of us pretend they don't know them. You and I were here. You and I were here when Soludo that you and I know confessed and said that these DOS are now working with him. I am not the ones who said it. I'm not making it up. It's online. Everybody saw it. Soludo. he said that DOS are working with him. And when he said it, some of us didn't pay attention. We thought he was just joking. Have you now understood that it's true? And even that time when he said that thing, what do they call him? The one they call their HOD in Switzerland. What is that his name? That one came out and said that the governors approached them and told them to hand over the ESN. And they gently handed over the ESN to the governors. They handed over the ESN to the governors. Yes, they did. But somehow, some of you have forgotten today. And when you see them attacking Mazen Nandekan, you are surprised. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. They would have done this long time ago. But Mazi Simon Ebanjoko stopped them. They could not face the fire of Mazi Simon Ebanjoko. They couldn't face the fire coming from Mazi Simon Ebanjoko. And they withdrew. They withdrew and they were waiting for the right time for them to do what they are doing today. And today, they feel that Mazi Simon Ekpa is no longer in the picture. They feel that Mazi Simon Ekpa is far away. And finally, they have come to do what they are supposed to do, what they planned to do many years ago. Many years ago. And they want us to be silent, right? They say we should not talk. They went and employed people that has nothing to do with the struggle. People that has nothing to do with the struggle of Biafra. They employ them, they pay them money. And today, you go to different platforms. All they are doing is attack Mazen Nandekan. Destroy his image. Tell Biafrans he's a criminal. Tell Biafrans he's not faithful. And they think that the Biafrans are fooled. Even though there are some of us that are really fool as they think. I must tell you, there are some of us that are fools. Some of us are really fools, just like they think. And that is why they do what they do. They don't even care. They don't care how you feel. They don't care what you're saying. They continue to pursue their evil agenda. But I thank Chukwu Okike today. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa has been vindicated. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko has been vindicated. But when he was doing all the work for us, every one of us, we are thinking he's a troublemaker. So many of us equally called him a troublemaker. He gave him different kinds of names, called him different kinds of things. He continued to endure. He continued to endure. In the midst of all the attack, he continued to endure. He continued to tolerate. Do you know how long it took for us to get this far? Do you know the sacrifice, the insult? Do you know how far he has gone to get all this far? And today, you see people you see a bunch of idiots and criminals, right, left, and center, who today have the guts to come out and condemn the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandika, trying to destroy every single thing has built. And they think just by doing that, the Biafrans will hate Mazen Nandika. The more you want to make us hate him, the more we love him. The more you try to make us hate Mazen Nandika, the more we love him. The more you try to make us hate Mazen Simon Ekpa, the more you love him. And today we have only one project. The project we have today is to make sure that the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandika, is freed. Because we know that his freedom will guarantee our own freedom. That is a fact. The truth that some people are very scared of accepting. The reality that you cannot run away from. Those who are making themselves agents of darkness, let them continue. But I strongly believe that Mazen Nandika did not get to the height he got because he was forcing anybody. Everybody that believes in Mazen Nandika today believes in Mazen Nandika out of conviction. Out of conviction. Every single person today. I am talking about the people that believe in Mazen Nandika. They believe in him out of conviction, not because of what you say or what I say. It is because of what they saw. The sacrifice, the willingness, the truthfulness of Mazen Nandika. Just like our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa. Those of us that followed him and continue to follow him till today, continue to protect his legacy, it's not because he came to us to tell us to do this or do that. No. It's not because he preached this or that. No, because of the truth we saw in him. The truth. Every single thing Mazen Simon Ekpa said, he will go ahead and do it. You will see it. He doesn't need to preach. He doesn't need to talk much. He doesn't need to talk much. When he created the Briggy, every one of us saw it and we saw the work he was doing. When he created the Liberation Army, we saw the Liberation Army in the public, not in the secret. They were not hiding. They were not hiding. They were everywhere. A man that held Nigeria hostage. A Senate president begin to confirm that he is in charge of Biafran land. Not the governors. Senate president in the Senate said it that Simon Ekpa is in charge of Biafran land. The military begin to cry. They go online and say, why do you allow the media space for Simon? Why do you leave it for him? But with all their propaganda and blackmail, they could not succeed. But when Mazen Simon Ekpa was doing those great jobs, so many people today that are regretting are fighting him. Mazen Simon Ekpa never one day disrespected Mazen Nandika. He has never one day disrespected Mazen Nandika. The people that we are pushing propaganda, oh, Mazen Simon Ekpa said, I will not obey any. That is what is. Some people are a bunch of idiots. Even some content creators. Why I even don't talk about the content creators is because those ones are foolish. This content creating on YouTube has made some people senseless. There is one of them I know that is jumping from one. Today he is with this group. Next day you are with this group. Next day you are saying this. One of the content creators that claimed to be, I don't know, I can't even know. He claimed that he was in IPOB. From IPOB, you were in Briggy. You were part of this. Everywhere, you are everywhere. And today, only seeking for elephants. Today, that man is also asking for neck. He's also promoting neck. Today, he has seen that the person that is reigning now is a Neka. To him, the reigning name now is in Neka. And he's chasing in Neka. He wants to bring in Neka to his platform. Denigrating Master Simon Ekpa. Talking about the warning he gave to Master Simon Ekpa. Who the hell are you to warn Master Simon Ekpa? Tell him what to do. You that cannot even comprehend yourself, you can't even comprehend your world. Very unstable creature. Very, very unstable. But these are the kind of people that some of us go and listen to. Before you listen to any clan, check their record. How consistent has they been? Before you listen to any clan, nobody's above mistakes. People can make mistakes once in a while. But for somebody who continuously show instability, show that he is unstable in everything, not one. If it is once or twice, we say, okay, maybe he's a human being. But this one, every single time, is always on a negative side. Full of negativity. His thoughts always are evil and negative. Because of seeking for views. Because you are seeking for views, you want to be seen. That is why you cannot stand on a wall and be there. Or stand on your own as a neutral person and speak. You cannot. Every time you want to attach yourself with any reigning figure, any reigning content, you go there and attach yourself. That is how we know the content creators. There. Anybody can be a content creator. There is no problem. If you are a content creator, there is no problem. But focus on that, your content, and don't use it to destroy what we are doing. Don't use it to distract. Don't come and pretend today you pretend to be an agitator. The next day you are the content creator. The next minute you are this. The next minute you are Igbo man there. Focus on one side. If you want to engage in agitation, engage. If you want to be on your own and continue to present your program. It is not only lies that will make you to shine. This idea of trying to attach yourself with anything you see, any trending thing you see, you attach yourself to it, whether good or bad. That is how you know the content creators. Anything that is trending, whether good or bad, they attach themselves to it. Those of us that are Biafran activists, we are not like that. You can't see me dabbling into issues that is against my principle. Against my principle. And my principle is being under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa structure to free Biafra. That is my principle. Once I see that you are deviating from the original structure that trickled down from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Mazi Simon Ekpa, once you deviate, I will not attack you. I will not even mention your name, but I will walk away from you. I will be on my own and continue to preach the message which deep from my heart I know is the truth. I don't talk about unconfirmed issue. I talk about confirmed issue. Those issues that are in the public that everybody can be able to judge and see. Just like when I spoke about this in Nneka. When I speak about Nneka, from her program, you don't need a scientist, a native doctor, a prophet to tell you that this one is working for the government. Check from where she started, how she started, and how she got to where she is. And ask me, why are you so perturbed? You said you are not part of agitation. You are not even interested in the actualization of Biafra. You are a one Nigerianist working for the politician, more especially P2B. So why are you interested in distracting people from the supreme leader that is leading the struggle? The supreme leader of IPOB. You come in your platform, you denigrate him. You have succeeded today in convincing some ignorant people like yourself, some heartless individuals like yourself, a man in under life sentence for your sake. A man that is serving life sentence because of you. All you can do is to drag him online. Even when he's not responding, he doesn't have access to media to respond. He can't respond to you. But you see how Biafrans are firing you back. That is why I say, every one of us, the greatest thing we have to do is to give Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Simon Ekpa a voice through our platform every single day. Continue to give him a voice. Even if he didn't do anything, that one alone is enough. That one alone is more than enough. Give them a voice. Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Simon Ekpa. Every single day, make sure you give them a voice through your platform. And by the special grace of God, with that, we can overpower all this bunch of idiots and clowns that are moving around from platform to platform, deceiving those they can deceive. Mazen Nandekano did not force anybody to follow him. He did not just wake up and announce himself as the leader of IPOB. He didn't just wake up and just announce himself as the leader. He has come a long way. He fought great battle. He fought great battle. He passed through so many difficult roads. Even when people thought it was impossible, Mazen Nandekano continued to tell us it is possible. He continued to tell us it is possible. When people say we cannot, Mazen Nandekano say yes, we can. And all of us chorus with him and say yes, we can. And today, look at where we are. Even in his absence, even with the life sentence, even with the jail term of our Prime Minister, we are still making progress. I bet you we are making progress. If not for anything, we are not silenced. Biafra is still in the mouth of every well-meaning person. Biafra is still on the top list in the discussion of Nigeria, and it will remain there until we are free. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that is doing one thing or the other to make sure that we continue to progress and make a difference. Before we close up on this topic, I want us to go into their media as we always do. Let us visit the Zoological Republic media, and then we listen to some of the updates they have before we close up. And let's have this break as we go into their media.
Them say Tinubu don't follow for Gotao. Tinubu don't follow for Gotao. They want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate house fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice on Photoshop, forget law for inside court. Kangaroo Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for Gotao. Him and EFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for Gotao. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows a big way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for Gotao. They make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let us go to the conventional media to see what they have in their media. Some of the news we can see, you know, we always go through the Sahara reporters, but in as much as we don't guarantee any one of them, but the little information we can get there will equally help us to know where to focus and also educate the world about the Zoological Republic. This one says, Russia detains German woman over alleged bomb plots, link case to Ukraine. The Ukraine-Russia war is still ongoing. So, it's not ending anytime soon. And we must continue. I don't want to be talking about this nonsense politics. We are not part of it. Retired Nigerian police superintendent begs Tinubu to scrap contributory pension scheme. Call it slavery. Mad people everywhere. This one say Nigerian Navy intercept rescue 3 stowaway attempting to travel to Europe. You can imagine. See food, drink, where they want drink, where they want to go Europe. What have missed. The only thing that will make people taking this heavy risk is nothing else than the country is not working. There's no job for anybody. The means of life, there is no hope that you can survive if you remain in this way. That is why people take great risk, extra risk, even at the expense of their life, to leave that country. A country that people, their citizens will be arrested abroad for immigration. Instead of them to come back, they kill themselves. That's how bad it is. ADC party plan occupy INEC protest in Enugu over leadership. Madness. You protest and protest and protest, and still what will be will be. That's nothing you can do. Court admits 9 exhibits against former AGF son, wife in alleged 8 billion money laundering. AGF, Attorney General of Police, now him begin. That's to show you how fraudulent Nigeria is. Everyone that have officiated under Buhari and still under, they are all criminals. And how can such a country succeed now? The only reason why you are hearing about this AGF is because he refused to join the ruling party. That is why you are hearing his case. And it will not go anywhere. At the end of the day, they are going to leave him after they win the election, and that is it. Central Bank of Nigeria accused of offering 300,000 compensation to staff sacked after over 10 years in service. Nigeria. Fruitwave disowned Tinubu government's claim of $75 million investment, says IPO claim inaccurate. Hey. Fraudulent country. This money now, they have stolen the money now for their campaign. They're going to use for election. And they went and told people that they invested the money, $75 million. Nigerian government claimed that they invested $75 million into Fruitwave. And Fruitwave is coming out to say, it is a lie, they didn't invest any money. Where is the money? Nobody is going to answer. APC, they steal and they lie. They don't even care what you are saying. They won't even care. Whether you come to online and drag, they don't care. They don't give a damn. The worst government ever. We thought that we have seen it all during the time of Buhari. We didn't know that the main Jagaban of fraud is yet to be seen. God have mercy. Victim tell court how Jason Michael owned the platform, defrauded them of millions of dollars, wiped out life savings. That's Nigeria. Fraud everywhere. Government is defrauding, individuals are defrauding, companies are defrauding, everywhere is fraud. ADC crisis deepens in Adamawa over Benani's alleged move. Party denies coalition plans with PRP. Mad people everywhere. Iranian president says country will not submit to force amid U.S. alleged seizure of cargo vessel. Iranian president says country will not submit to force amid alleged seizure of cargo. No problem. We shall see how it will all end. Showore condemn alleged reintegration of terrorists into Nigerian security forces. Task voters to reject recycled leaders. Showore, you are trying your best but that is not good enough, and that will not solve the problem of Nigeria. And the kind of revolution you are advocating for, if ever it happens, can change it, but it will never happen. This type of revolution, it will be easier to break up Nigeria than to have this revolution that Kure is calling for. I respect him very well because of his consistency in trying to bring down the system and change it within inside. But it is almost impossible. Impossible. If Nigeria were to be a same country, Sowore would be getting a vote. But look at, after every election, how many votes? How many people vote for him? How many people are looking at his side? Country is structured to continue to bring the same old people. And that is why disintegration is the only solution that we know that is possible. If by any miracle revolution happens, good luck. That is why we appreciate what he's doing, even though we disagree. That does not make him our enemy. Let him keep it on. Simple. IGP Disu deployed 56 senior officers from police monitoring units in major shake-up, one against lobbying. Mad people. Mad people. Nigerian police arrest 42 suspect illegal miners after Kwara monarch abduction. Nonsense. Nonsense. This same Kwara, more abductions are happening. Not even only the monarch. All you do is to come and parole and patrol, and you are going to illegal miners. You are abducting illegal miners. Why the terrorists that have kidnapped you from Kwara are still showing them on video till tomorrow? You cannot be able to rescue them. Mad people everywhere. Mad people. Continue your idiocy, your idiotic move. This one says, tanker crushes dispatch rider to death in Lagos as last mile rescue driver from mob. Dispatch rider or trailer, Nigeria. IGP Disu mobilizes 17 senior officers into police monitoring units after deploying 56 in major restructuring. Nonsense. You are just planting his own fraudulent group that will bring return to him. That is their system. Anyone that comes in will plant his own kind of people who will bring return to him. That is the system of Nigeria. That's what he's just done. You think that he's making those changes for you? Not for you. People that will cover his acts and also bring returns to him. Court to document brews fresh crisis in Enugu. ADC shows factional chairman face forgery charges. Enugu people are always that's what they are known for. Peter Mba, is he not a forger? All of them are forging certificates. Peter Mba forged certificates. We know that Peter Mba forged a certificate. That's what they are known for, forgery. Bauchi Senator Omar Buba, accused of sponsoring banditry, declares governorship bid. Oh, God, have this. Somebody who is sponsoring bandito, he wants to contest for governor. And you know what that means. When a bandit supporter is contesting, who are you? You go win, no? Bandit kill one, abduct 10 residents in southern Kaduna attack. Imagine. Every day, abduction, with no solution. This idiot, look at this pig, this gorilla is doing nothing. Look at it. Tinubu approved 15 billion naira. 15 billion naira. Tinubu approved 15 billion. Nigerian Police Academy campus amid rising insecurity. Nonsense. All he's doing is sharing money. They use insecurity to share money. But in the actual sense, they do nothing. Nigerian troop bust terrorist logistic network in Kogi, arrest 2 suspects. Nonsense. When I hear this news of logistic, it is arrant nonsense. It is arrant nonsense. It doesn't have me. This is a waste of energy, just trying to deceive the world. There is no logistic there. Is it this few bullets they hold in hand? Is it the bullets that the bandits used to go and take over a barrack? Is that the logistic? Nonsense. Nigerian Council of Legal Education releases December 2025 bar final result as 1067 candidates failed. Why did they go fail? Crisis brew in Ijaw National Congress over controversial council election as monarch Wadi. Ijaw. You see, Ijaw people, they have their own flag. Ijaw, they have their flag. They have their own flag. But when people see flag of Biafra, they become uncomfortable. They begin to cry. They begin to shoot and kill people. Suspected bandit abduct several travelers along Ibadan-Ijebu Expressway. One dead. Every day. Suspended Ondo council chairman stripped, beaten by thugs as gunshot rocked secretariat in one trial. That is Nigeria for you. Uncultured place. Very uncultured place. This one, if you like saying a masquerade here, they beat person. Masquerade. This one is a masquerade. Masquerade. See? Masquerade flogging a girl. For what? You see? See? Maybe you don't toast the girl no agree. You wear match now, I can't beat them. Mad people. Nonsense. Only in Nigeria. Trump vowed to continue Iran blockade except there is deal. Claim Iranian government loses 500 million daily. INEC to arrest impersonators, says forensic probe declares chairman of fake X account. Nonsense. Mad people everywhere. US ex-soldier convicted for brutal sexual assault of 2 minors while away in Germany. Amnesty International condemned abduction of 1,100 Nigerians in 3 months under Tinubu amid rising terror attack. Amnesty, with all this report, the whole world is seeing all this report and update. What did they do? Nothing. Is it not the same amnesty? The same thing report was coming when Buhari was there. They did nothing. Now the hand of Trump is full. We just pray that he has a time to focus on Nigeria. Trump denies report claiming Israel lured us. Trump denies reports claiming Israel lured U.S. government into Iran war. Slams news pundit. They should continue to push their propaganda. Masquerade brutally assault women during Orowaye Culture Festival in Delta. That is it. You're beating an innocent woman for nothing's sake. Look at this one. This one is kidnapping her. We'll not show it so that they won't block us. See, as a graphic video, suspected bandit abduct several travelers along Ibadan-Ijebu Expressway. 1 person dead. Abduction everywhere. The Enugu West endorsement of Tinubu and Amba as a fraud gone too far by SKC Obunda. I never see anything. Peter Amba is the same thing with what they call the useless professor in Anambra State and the opposite. These are a bunch of idiots that don't have the mandate of the people. They force themselves on the people and they will do anything, including taking innocent life to remain relevant. That's who they are. That's who they are. This one say Ondo community seek government governor Ayetudewa's crackdown on land grabbing, warns against political abuse. Nonsense. Look at this criminal. This criminal that is wanted in the U.S. Chief of Staff of Jagaban, the chief of staff of the drug baron, wanted in the U.S. A wanted man in the U.S. Look at him. That is why his master cannot go to the U.S. And he will never step into the U.S. until he finishes government, because he has case in the U.S. His chief of staff is also wanted in the U.S. They are all wanted in the U.S. Criminals. Look at him. Tinubu chief of staff, Bajamila, asked lawmaker to stay back in ADC. To stay back in ADC. Scatter opposition. You see? That is what they do. That is cause confusion. And they don't hide their own. Look at what the chief of staff is saying. They don't hide their own. Chief of staff of Tinubu, Bajamila, asked lawmakers, stay back in ADC. Made a day there, they cause confusion. They scatter everywhere. Instead, that is advice is giving them. Stay back and scatter them. And you tell me that this country will survive. That's why I'm asking. If this one that call himself P2B wins, and after 4 years, what happened? And how do you intend to win? How do you intend to rule? My people everywhere. 5 Lagos-bound travelers electrocuted 3 injured as truck hit high tension cable in Niger. 2027 elections, APC fixes May 15 for primaries, set presidential fund at 100 million naira. 100 billion. I will see. I never see anything. Shock as Ondo woman slums dies while waiting for child taking UTME. Small thing. So another protest. Watch protesting women sack military checkpoint in Plateau over rising killing soldiers. Yes, look at it. Protesters, they destroy the checkpoint because how can you be having a checkpoint and yet the terrorists are invading, killing people every day? What kind of checkpoint are you putting? Look at them. They use checkpoint and block innocent road where the innocent citizens are passing. Meanwhile, terrorists are killing people every day in the same place where they are having checkpoints. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? So the people went on, destroy their useless checkpoint, drive them away, and remove all the nonsense they used to block road. Remove it. What is the need? What is their need? They block the road. Block the road where innocent people are moving. They block the road. After blocking the road, they now make a chance for why the terrorists will come in the same area, operate, take innocent life. They will never come, they will not show. The same thing happened in Biafran land. In Biafran land, every pole, that is always a checkpoint. From pole to pole, you cannot run a kilometer in Biafran land without seeing a checkpoint. But yet, kidnapping is happening. Kidnapping is happening. And nobody's caught. Today, Plateau people are taking action. What is the essence of the roadblock? What is the essence of the checkpoint? When you cannot be able to control the movement of the terrorists, you are only here for backup for terrorists. Most of the time, people are kidnapped near these checkpoints. They just serve as a buffer for the terrorists. That's what they are serving us. When they come, the people they will arrest is innocent people. They will arrest innocent people. When you want to go after the terrorists, they will stop you. Don't go after them. But when the terrorists, even as much as giving a letter that they are coming, they will never do anything. And I pity some of them who are serving in this madness. I don't blame them. After all, they have recruited members of Boko Haram, and they are in all checkpoints. What do you expect? That is why anybody that is joining the Nigerian military, you are risking your life. You are on your own. You are on your own. One people agree. Protesting women sack military checkpoint in Plateau over rising killings. Soldiers failure. Women be that women and you go drive them, pursue them, come on. Since the men are no longer active, women go pursue them, come on. Mad people everywhere. Nigerian Nurses Forum demand reinstatement of Lagos NMA chairman, condemn political interference. Bandits in large number attack southern Kaduna community, kill 2 residents, kidnap 7 others. Did you hear that? In Kaduna. In southern Kaduna, these are places that are hot places that insecurity have continued right from the time of Muhammad Buhari till date. It has never stopped, and the government has not done anything about it. They have not. Kaduna, southern Kaduna, Benue State, Enugu State. They have never done anything. These are continuous attacks on daily basis. People know where they stay. They know where they live. They know whom they are, but yet the government does nothing. And you call yourself that you have a country. Sorry. 3 soldiers killed as terrorists attack Nigerian army base in Kayama community, Kwara. You see, Kwara or Kwara State, the same Kwara. The same Kwara. Mad people everywhere. Trump attacked CNN. US media over coverage of Iran bombing, claim total destruction of nuclear sites. Of course, we know CNN is a paid, is nonsense media. I know what they do. Alleged coup plotters to appear in court Wednesday as Nigerian government files 13-count treason charges. We'll see them now. Netanyahu will be arrested, says Hungarian Prime Minister. Cite ICC warrant. Diego, you arrest what? Netanyahu, who born you? Who know Hungary? Say, you never hungry finish. You won't go arrest Netanyahu. Nonsense. Go and sit down. Amnesty International accuses US, Israel, Russia, allies of driving global genocide war crime. This people you mentioned now, which people can remain now? Are they not the people who are in charge of the world? Sometimes you just write because you want to write. Amnesty International accuses US, Israel, Russia, allies of driving global genocide, war crimes. Go now, go accuse US, go accuse Russia and Israel. Look at here. Who again remain? 2027 governorship poll, Kwara Grove, Orison. Leave these mad people. We don't need all those kind of nonsense and idiotic things. This one says Ondo Hospital in Governor Ayedebe Council area in Agbomisho. Condition building near collapse facility. That's it. Hospital in Ondo State. Now when I get government to Yoruba government to still when they cry. At least on a life for them better. Ondo Hospital in Governor Ayeda Tiwa's council area in abysmal condition. In a new thing, he go tell you whether na here starter. Iran fails to send delegation to Pakistan amid US peace talk move. Heather raises alarm over imminent nationwide flood disaster, accuses authority of years of neglect. That is the update we have from the Zoological Republic media, and we will continue as much as possible to bring you any other information as soon as it comes up. We will never relent. Our duty here is to expose their criminality, expose their madness. This one is saying, Kwara youth protest prolonged abduction of 176 women, children. You see, those people, they kidnap from Kwara. The people, they are still there in captivity. But they are busy going to Kwara to go and arrest minors. The people that were kidnapped from Kwara, 176, they are still in the hand of the terrorists. The terrorists have released a video. Nobody can rescue them. The youths are protesting. What else will they do? Who will listen? Nobody will listen to them. Nobody will pay attention to them. Nigeria is a cause. It's a cause. And only those who want to be cause will allow themselves to be part of it. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this program from beginning to the end. Please continue to alert other people, share this program so that people can know our backup channel and where we are broadcasting. This is not the time to be silent, more especially this time that they are attacking our leaders. The attack on Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Samareko will not be overlooked. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Some people that are speaking don't know what they are talking about. They are saying that Mazen Nandekano cannot direct affairs from detention. But Mazen Nandekano created this DOS, these people that are talking. Mazen Nandekano formed them from inside the prison. 2015, when Mazen Nandekano was arrested, that was when he formed this DOS. From inside the prison, and they came out and they were working. Now he has dissolved them, seeing that they have sold out. It is now they remember, he cannot control from detention. He cannot control from detention. The same people were attacking Mazen Samareko. When Mazen Samareko refused to obey a particular order because of a particular reason. In the case of Mazi Samaka, he gave a tangible reason. But in the case of this idiot, what reason do they have? What reason? The madam is giving you example of Mandela and the ANC party. IPOB is not a political party. And the reason she was bringing that ANC party as an example is because that nigger is trying to turn IPOB to a political pressure group. That was why she was running to that very example. During the agitation of South Africa, did anybody attack Mandela? Were they preaching against Mandela? Did you see any one of them confronting Mandela? Did you see any one of them denying Mandela, denouncing him as a leader? Did you see any one of them attacking him? Even though there was somebody who's a figurehead, there was still instruction coming from Mandela while he was inside. Nobody was attacking him. But today, you see them, they say, during the time of Mandela, he was not controlling inside. He Google and say who is in charge then. While Mandela was inside, this person was in charge. He Google. And your brain is telling you that Mandela doesn't have contribution to make even while he was inside. So your brain is telling you that even when Mandela was inside, whoever was inside, Mandela was not giving information. They were not visiting him. He was not passing instructions. That is how idiotic some of them are. That is how idiotic. In the announcement that was made in the 100 men, they said Mazen Nandekano will be part of it. He's going to be part of it. He's going to lead it. Leading it does not mean that he's going to be there and be conducting all the affairs. He remains the leader of the struggle wherever he is. And anything that you formed in this struggle, Mazen Nandekano is the leader. He must be aware of it. If you have any objection, you must go through him and let him know what reason they have. They just want to destroy the IPOB of Mazen Nandekano and turn it to a political pressure group. And we say no to that. We say no to that. Some of them that are talking don't know the ABC of how the whole thing started. They don't know the ABC of how the whole thing started. This is a battle we have fought long time ago. They are returning it back. They feel that, oh, Mazen Samana is not around. But we did here now. Even if it is only one person, we'll be talking. And they are hearing us. I pray that Chukwu Okabiam will guide and protect us and secure us. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. Chukwu Okabiam will guide and protect all of us. Give us strength to overcome all the challenges that is before us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against India shall prosper. Thank you so much. I will be back again in the evening on another section. If you can't join the morning program, join the evening program on time so that we can be able to share the information to reach people that are supposed to be reached. Very, very important. Thank you so much and see you again next time.
The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chiko kikabia mapuni nene chineke ngende sona efewe na isiala nyina ina koza hanso ya mbuni onanye na jama we tamani koze zali anyana ge farusi obona nege ole kali nyine kele kema obona kale obia mnendi nden so na kriara isiala ne obadi ndo no totoa inyaba no wanene and you were not young. Be connected with make a difference with your source and no more and we're not going to he said,
But you know what? They will like you to know that Sabotage is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I can do in 5 years to come. Thank you.